No! Woo! 안녕하세요. Hi guys! Joke lang. What's up everyone? I hope that you don't mind my Discord profile, which is Gumayushi of T1. So, hi guys, I'm Shai and today is a good day. How are you doing, mabuhay? It's the first day of, or first episode of the SCUTTLE Talks. The SCUTTLE Talks debuts today as we speak because, hindi ko alam ano yung mga kanta ko dito ng background music eh. Ayan, thank you. Ayan, so, hi guys! 안녕하세요. 나는 필리핀에서는 샤이입니다. 네, hi guys! I am Shai and today is a good day of the new podcast. It's titled The SCUTTLE Crabs. Kamusta kayo? Guys doing? Ay, ate Dana. Muy Dana ni Nuasayo. And I know that my voice was the only thing that you can hear. You can listen up right now. Wala yung mukha ko. My face is not been seen today. So, with this new podcast, I want to tackle you all the new... I'm happy. Because of EDG. Yeah. Speaking of our new podcast entitled SCUTTLE Crab. SCUTTLE Crab, sorry. Nani? Ani. SCUTTLE Crab is the origin of the SCUTTLE Talks. The SCUTTLE Talks will brought you the history of LCK, LPL, DFM, PCS, especially PSG and other teams in NALCS and EULCS. So, so again, I am Shai and today is our first episode entitled Episode 1, Damwon Kia and EDG's History. So, I hope you guys are ready and I hope you guys are enjoying. We're gonna enjoy what we're going to discuss and it's in Tagalog and in English. So, please bear with my Taglish every time that I'm going to speak. Yes. Nga pala, ba't ang lakas ng ano ko? Ang lakas ng BGM ko yata. Masaya. Alright. So, since EDG and DK had just fight against each other yesterday and I really felt shocked on what happened. Yes. Nagulat ako sa nangyari kagabi. Kagabi, tama. Yesterday night. So, we will discuss the history of EDG and DK once na mag-start na to. Anyway, when you hear DK and EDG, una muna. May question munang mahalaga si Shining bago tayo mag-start sa ating episode 1, which is discussing EDG and then DK. When you hear DK, what comes up to your mind? DK, yeah. Ba't yan ito yung sound effect ko? Check. Dalgo na kapi. What is, tawag ito? Tagalogin ko na para no. What it comes up to your mind pag EDG ang usapan or DK? I don't know if you guys are still listening, but yeah. Type muna kayo. Just talking muna. Pero, by the way, wala nang akong patumpik-tumpik pa. So, pupunta na tayo sa ating historical section. Which is we're going to discuss what happened yesterday. Alright. So, we are in We just ended up Worlds 2021 with a blast. EDG just won against Damwon Kia. And I am really honored. I'm really honored that I am a part of the podcast on that. Not podcast now. I am honored that I am a part of the fan commentary, or I gave you a fan commentary yesterday. Kahit na hindi yon ganon katagal. Yeah, it's really hard for me to cast despite of my choices or sabihin na nating team. So, I mean, ang hirap mamili sa dalawang team na paborito mo na yung luma, which is the EDG, and also DK, which is the new breed of LCK players. So, alright. So, i-discuss lang muna natin yung Worlds. Then afterwards, magdi-discuss na tayo ng EDG and also Damwon Kia. As you can see on my tab screen, you can see already EDG, Damwon Kia, Pumandu, tabs na nandun. And yes, we're going to discuss muna konti ang Worlds para people are aware what is Worlds is or what Worlds is. So, teka, ba't ganito kasi ang ang tab? Ayan. Yan. Better. Much better. Here. So, yesterday's event is League of Legends World Championship 2021 in Iceland, Reykjavik, Iceland. So, the 2021 season, League of Legends World Championship or Worlds 2021 is the conclusion of the 2021 League of Legends esports season. The play-in stage begins in October 5 and the main event begins on October 11. And also, the LCK teams had just began their match. Not match. Anong match? Nag-start din yung laban ng main event simula October 11 hanggang kahapon. Kahapon is the last day, which is the finals, EDG, and then DK. So, overview ng Worlds yesterday para people will gonna say what happened ba before. Yeah. Anyway. COVID information regarding on 2021 League of Legends World Championship. The 2021 World Championship was originally slated to be held in China, following the minimal production setup of the 2021 event due to COVID-19 pandemic. It was to have a full production setup in live venues. However, in August 24th, 2021, Riot announced that due to travel restrictions and COVID protocols, the event will be moved to Europe. The final location of the event was eventually announced to be Reykjavik, Iceland, and all phase taking place at the Laugardal Shoal Indoor Sporting Arena. Unfortunately, due to travel restrictions prohibiting Vietnamese citizens from re-entering their country, the Vietnamese teams are unable to participate as in 2021. No, 2020. Sorry, 2020. 2021. Kada yun ng 2021 sorry. Regardless of location, all other teams are able to participate. So the format of the Worlds 2021 is 24 teams are invited, 4 from China, 4 from Korea, 3 from Europe, 3 from North America, 2 from PCS, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, and Southeast Asia. Sadly, Vietnam was being, let's say, hindi sila pinayagan. But if there would be pinayagan sila, that will be 2 from them. 1 from Brazil, 1 from CIS, 1 from Japan, the JLJL, 1 from Latin America, 1 from Oceania, despite the region's suspended in 2021 season, and also 1 from Turkey. Yeah. So, today, we're going to discuss the finalists, which is EDG, and then Damwon Kia. In-update na. Mabilis lang update to. So, Ate Kimo nyo, sa'yo, nakikita kita dyan. Lumapag kayo ni Ate Dana. Pag di kayo lumapag, bubusitin ko kayong dalawa. Magpapatugtog ako baka mitay. Gusto nyo ba yun? Hindi pala. Oo, magpapatugtog ako ng baka mitay pag wala kayo dito. Anyway. Hello. Ayun. Ikaw now we are going to discuss the history of EDG and Damwon Kia. But before that, we're going to show you this table, which is the finalists of the... Baka si Robert yung magalit pag baka mitay. Yeah, patugtugin nyo na lang. Anyway, so today we're going to discuss EDG and then Damwon Kia's history. So, before natin i-discuss yung dalawang teams na to, itong Edward Gaming at ang itong Damwon Kia, is explain ko munang mabuti what is the event before we go into discuss this two. Nakatapos lang. Worlds 2021 just finished and EDG won. Edward Gaming was just won against Damwon Kia. And also, since they are the second placer, third placer is T1, fourth placer is Genji, 5th to 8th is Annual Life Esports, RNG, Mad Lions, and then C9. Yan. So, yep, the song is up. Goods. Anyway. So, chat, mamili kayo. EDG or DK? Bago tayo magano. Chat. Decide. Wait lang. Yung game price. What? Oh! Game price this one. So, ang game price ng EDG is on dollars. It is for 189,500 US dollars. So, convert natin yan sa PH. Well, I don't know. Na-joke lang. Wait lang. USD. $24 million pesos. Binaba nila, ah. Yeah! Binaba nila. Minimum price pool daw kasi is 2 million eh. 2 million USD. So, since 2 million USD yung minimum, binabaan nila here. Pero, ayun na nga. Anyway, chat. Since EDG and DK tayo, mamili kayo, please. Chat, decide. EDG or DK to first to be discussed. Bago ko magsimulang magdaldal kasi, you know. So, mukha natang, I think I will start to EDG. Diba? Kasi sila nag-champion kahapon eh. I think so. We're now in 19 minutes, so nice. Alright. Anyway, we're going to discuss EDG now kasi total kakapanalo lang nila yesterday. So, Edward Gaming. We're going to Beijing for a while. So, welcome to LPL or LOL Pro League. It's a Chinese regional tournament that is only for Chinese teams, and EDG or Edward Gaming was one of those teams. And the known famous teams, not only known famous, non-famous or sabihin na nating founding team ng LPL ang EDG. Kasi pag EDG yung sa... I mean EDG. LPL yun! We said. 3 out of 4 cast members ng Meteor Garden nag-swimming kahit may winter. Hindi ko alam. Anyway. LPL's first team or founding team, EDG. Edward Gaming. Anyway, we'll read. Yan, didiscuss na natin yung history ng Edward Gaming. Edward Gaming is a Chinese professional esport organization. Malamang, Chinese yan eh. Now, formation. Ayan yun din ni Life nanalo EDG daw. Okay. Guess mo kung mananalo sila, no? Anyway. Edward Gaming first entered professional in League of Legends in September 2013. So, matagal na tong team na to, EDG. Sabi ko sa inyo eh, season 3 pa lang. Okay, ito yun. Okay, I'll gonna check that later. Okay. Ulitin ko matagal na ang Edward Gaming. So, Edward Gaming first entered professional League of Legends in September 2013. EDG secured a spot in the 2014 LPL Spring split by acquiring the slot of LMQ. LMQ is also a former LPL team on the disband, who has left to compete in 2014 NA Challenger Series. I don't know if this is like nagpalit ng region or something like that. EDG's acquisitions were the former Positive Energy AD carry, Name, World Elites players, Clear Love and FZDF, Feng Zhou-jun, and Korowan as their top laner. From LPL disappointing to World Champion, this team has gone a long way. True. Right, that's correct. Sa totoo lang, for the fact that EDG is one of the two teams that are founding fathers ng LPL ngayon, or what I mean is, EDG is one of the founding fathers of the LPL's current teams right now. If there's no EDG, there's no also LPL as well. If there's no EDG or RNG, wala rin ang LPL. Anyway, the star player right here is Clear Love. Yeah, kilala niyo naman, when you hear Clear Love, matik EDG. Or if EDG ang una mo marinig, Clear Love. Yan. Korowan is one of my favorite players din ng EDG before he left. I don't remember where his team is right now. Anyway, let's tackle more deeper. 2013 season pa lang tayo, the formation ng EDG. 2014 season. EDG has a strong debut in 2014 LPL Spring, winning games against every team in regular season except Oh My God or OMG. They beat OMG at the International Esport Tournament 2014 and then emerged as the champions of the LPL playoffs. They continued this performance in the summer split, earning first place in both the regular season and playoffs. In addition to their LPL success, EDG also found success in other events, finishing top 2 in every major tournament they compete in. They also won the Chinese Regional Finals, securing the first seed in China for the 2014 Season World Championship. However, EDG's performance at the World Championship was less than stellar. Meaning to say, domestic malakas ang EDG. Pagdating ng World Championship, hindi sila gagon ka-concrete kalakas. Kasi Starhorn Royal Club yung naging finalist against Samsung White. So, ayun. The team tied for second in their group with AHQ Esport Club. So I will also gonna tackle this after, or we don't know. Magkakaroon ako ng poll vote sa Twitter. I will gonna poll vote who will be the next one in the episode 2. So, again, the team tied for second in their group with AHQ Esports Club and ending up losing to fellow Chinese team Starhorn Royal Club. This is the former RNG. The name of the former RNG. I think. Alam ko Royal Club is RNG eh. Teka lang. Or bago na to. Ow! Royal Crab. Sabi ko nga tama ko. RNG. This is RNG. This one. Kasi parang baga small version siya ng RNG. Kasi ngayon, naging academy team daw siya ng RNG. I see. Wait lang, ba't masyado yung ko? Ang sound effect ko kay dagdag niya to. Kasi umuulit-ulit na. Yan. Wait lang. Kain ko lang. Fix ko lang yung sound effects ko. Yan. Anyway. So yun, while we're tackling up, RNG nga. Tama yan. Yeah. For me kasi nung narinig ko ang Royal Club, sabi ko, alam ko yun ang predecessor ng RNG. Then ngayon, nang chinek ko ang Royal Club, it is really RNG. So, ang Royal Club pala is naging RNG. Basically. Naging academy team siya ng RNG. Okay. Anyway, 3-2. They lost 3-2 against RNG nung panahon ng Season 4. Season 4? Tama, Season 4. Yeah. In the first round of playoffs, after disappointing showing, jungler Clearlove will declare the end is also the beginning. Oh, yan. Dahil dyan sa quote ni Clearlove, nanalo ang EDG. With this quote, the end is also the beginning. 2015 preseason. On November 10, 2014, Korean AD carry Deft, who had most recently played for Samsung Blue, announced on Twitter that he would be joining EDG, and Deft's signing sparked speculations on the fate of Name, as both players were seen as world-class at their position, which is AD carry. Eventually, Name will leave the team to join the Starhorn Royal Club, or the RNG. Less than a month later, EDG announced that they had signed Korean mid laner Pawn, World Championship mid laner from Samsung White. Shai, nakuha mo yung arcane drops mo? No. I don't want to get it, Kuya Ryan. Kasi wala pa naman akong league account ng NA. Hindi pa ako nag-register ng account ng LOL sa NA. Ang naka-register lang ng NA account ko for Riot is Valorant. So, ayokong kunin yon. Kahit naman na libre, ayoko. Tinamad ako. Kasi naman for me, I know Arcane is good, but for me, ayoko naman mag-antay ng 15 minutos dahil may ginagawa din ako. Busy ako kanina. Busy ako ng all day. Anyway, we'll be back here on discussion on EDG. Pawn and Def were formerly member of Samsung. And Samsung White and Samsung Blue were known as the best Korean teams on 2014. Especially Samsung Blue lost against Samsung White on semifinals. And I remember Samsung Blue, may tradisyong ginawa si Dade Dade was the mid laner of Samsung Blue. And Pawn, who is the mid laner of the White, receives Dade's jacket, and that's the general's jacket of Dade. Kasi Dade, the mid laner of Samsung Blue, was known for he was called as a general. After Faker being the unkillable demon king, Dade is the general. Before Teddy. Because Teddy, the T1's AD carry, was also called as the general. But the original general is Dade, the mid laner of Samsung Blue. Well, let's continue EDG. Because after Pawn, ang pumalit kay Pawn as mid laner is si Scout. So, mamaya natin di-discuss yung whole roster ng EDG. 2015 season. On January 15, the day before beginning of the 2015 LPL spring split, FZZF announced his retirement. He was replaced temporarily by Mouse, who played with the team at the G League 2014 finals. And in the first 2 weeks of LPL Spring Split, beginning with week 3 of the split, Miko became team's support. Tianye became the team's support. And right now, sa original roster ng 2015 EDG, tanging si Miko lang ang nakapag finals ng Worlds. Kasi ang 2015 season roster is Koroan, Clear Love, Pon, Deft, and Miko. So, Miko became the team's support. The team went through the regular season, only dropping 6 games in 44. They finished first in the spring playoffs after a 5-game series with LGD Gaming, winning the Chinese spot at the mid-season invitational. Ito yung historical moment against SK Telecom T1. Yung MSI, the first MSI in 2015, EDG won against SKT. So at MSI, they went 4-1 in group stage, dropping a game only to SK Telecom T1. After 3-0 defeat of AHQ in semifinals, they faced off against SKT in the finals. What as I said? This time, beating them 3-2 and winning the tournament. In addition to the prize pool won from the tournament, the organization doubled the payout to players. So, on the roster, Korowan, Clear Love, Pon, Deft, and also Meiko, they won against SKT on MSI. And alam ko ito yung match ng EDG and SKT na disappointing match for SKT fans. Sobrang sakit. According to some SKT fans out there, I know that it was too painful. But to EDG, it was a good glory. Right. In summer season, EDG continued their domestic success with a dominating 14-6 record. Match record. Yes, 14-6. I don't remember if this is 14 wins, 2 losses, and 6... Is this 6 draws? I don't know. There's no draws, I think. Or 2 kills, eh. It's KDA. Probably speaking. Dito ako nalilito, eh. Dito sa ganito pagtatlo. In case this is KDA. At the end of the regular season, they only dropped 10 games out of 44 again. Kanina 6. Ngayon 44. Of the 44. Ngayon 10 out of 44. Securing the first seed of the regular season and advancing to the summer playoffs. Even though the team has high expectations to win the tournament, they lost 3-0 to LGD Gaming in the semifinals and dropped to the third place match against Invictus Gaming that they also lost to 3-1. After a disappointing playoff run, EDG played in regional finals for the last chance to secure a spot for Worlds 2015. They faced Snake Esports. I don't remember what is this. Snake Esports. Ibang oh my god sa Snake eh. Anong team nito ulit? Hindi to TES kasi top iba eh. Top Esports bago yan. Iba ba LGD? Iba ba IG? Ito ba yung Atom? Rare Atom? O hindi, Rare Atom to E-Star. Wait lang. I don't remember Snake Esports eh. Kung ano yung ngayong team nito. Check ko lang. Let's check. Snake Esports. Team was renamed. Anong team nito? Nag-rename daw eh. Nag-rename ang Snake. Tignan lang natin kasi I don't remember exactly what is the name of this team. Lining. Oh, LNG! Okay. Ito ang LNG. I get it. Sabi ko na nga, hindi ko na maalala kung what is Snake Esports yun pala. LNG. It's LNG. Okay. Right there. Next episodes natin i-discuss yung ibang teams, which is LNG, EDG, I mean EDG tuloy. RNG, LNG, also IG, FPX, and other teams. So, eto na. First round and beat them 2-0. EDG advanced to round 2 where they played. Ayun nga. Sabi ko nga, wait lang. Nawala ang mata ko. Ayun. EDG advances to round 2 where they played Invictus Gaming in the rematch of the third place match from the playoffs. EDG won 3-1 and advanced to Worlds, a second seed from China. EDG were placed in a group with SK Telecom T1, H2K Gaming, and the Bangkok Titans. They came out of the group in second place and were drawn to play Fnatic in the quarterfinals but lost to them in 3-0. Okay. Now, let's go to 2016 season. So, nga pala, Ever, this is Athena. Ay nga pala, Ever pala. Athena, ayun, si Athena. Okay. EDG's 2016 preseason saw Amazing J and Baymay leave the team. Amazing J, he is also top laner for EDG. And also, si Baymay, I don't remember what is his position. Kung it was a top, it was mid or jungler. I don't remember. While Mouse or Q and Athena, member to ng Ever 8. Predecessor ng predecessor to ng Ever 8 tsaka ng ano. Tama, Ever 8 nga, Ever 8. Ever 8 yung predecessor ng Korean team na to. Athena, the former mid lane of Korea's new rising star team Ever, joined. They were drawn into Group B for the 2016 LPL spring season. So, meaning to say, ang LPL is merong ABCD na groupings. Kumpara mo sa LCK na basically ang LCK, since 8 teams, maglalaban-laban lang sila sa isa't isa. Ang LPL kasi maraming teams They were like 16. Na yun, I think it's 16. So, the spring season start off fairly rocky for EDG. They dropped series in an attempt to integrate their substitute jungler, Meaty. So, this is Farlolly. Si Farlolly to the team. Along with Pon being subbed out due to his back injury, the team suffered early in split. However, they soon recovered form. Pon returned and played until finals, and the team began to play their old macro style. They almost tied with RNG for first in their group, only being down one series. In spring playoffs, the Kyogo Reapers, now known as Newbie, were unable to field a mid laner, thus forfeiting their semi-final match to EDG. The LPL spring final resulted in a 1-3 loss for EDG to RNG. Despite being expected to be a close series, the Chinese players of RNG performed better and took strong control of the series. But, alam ko nung panahon ng 2016, RNG, nandito si Mata at si Looper. Looper and Mata were former players of Samsung White. Before his summer season started, it was announced that Pon was stepping down to recover his back injury. Eto na si Scout. Scout was announced to take his place. Once the season started, Mouse took the place of long-standing top laner Koro1. What followed was the most dominating domestic performance in the history of LPL, with EDG emerging undefeated in the 16 best-of-3 of the summer split, only dropping 5 maps out of a total of 37, 86% winning rate with the single maps. The team qualified for the playoffs semifinals, where they defeated Team WE 3-2 and advanced to the finals against the reigning champions RNG. This time, it was EDG's time to shine as they closed their perfect season with a clear-cut 3-0 victory and thus secured a spot in 2016 Season World Championship as the first seed for China. So Dev was still here in this team before he transferred to KT Rollsters in 2017. Yeah. EDG was drafted into Group C alongside the second seeds from Taiwan and Europe, AHQ and H2K Gaming, and the international wildcard representative, the INTZ Esports. After a huge upset loss in their first game against the Brazilian team, the team managed to secure second place after losing tiebreaker for first place against a surging H2K. 3 days before their quarterfinals series against Rockstrikers, top laner Mouse returned to China due to unfortunate issue of his family, with Korowan rejoining the team for the bracket stage matches. The inability to set up their play in a clutch series, a poor performance from Clearlove, and an excessive reliance on both lane success ultimately lead to a 1-3 defeat in the hands of the Korean team. So, natalo sila sa Rocks. Basically, they lost to Rocks Tigers. 2017 region. After Clearlove stepped down as the team's main jungler, as well as Stefan Pone leaving the team, EDG struggled more than they ever did in the past. They failed to defend their LPL title in 2017 LPL spring season and lost 1-3 to RNG in the 2017 spring playoffs semifinals. They placed third after taking down OMG 3-2 in the third place match. Summer was much better for the team after Clearlove stepped back in as a primary jungler and leader, the captain. EDG reclaimed their throne as LPL champions after taking down RNG 3-2 in the finals of the playoffs. Their 2017 season World Championship participation wasn't so stellar, and ultimately, EDG was knocked out of Worlds in group stage. They finished tied for third place along with AHQ Esports Club. So, in 2017, unfortunately, EDG hindi agad sila nakapasok. I know walang history regarding on 2018, hindi nila nasulat dito. But I know in 2018, EDG had also entered World Championship. 2018 World Championship din eh. Wait lang. Alam ko, nakapasok sila eh. Yeah. Check lang natin to confirm. Yeah, EDG is here. Nakapag-quarterfinals ang EDG ng Worlds 2018. So, in Worlds 2018, EDG, on this particular time period, EDG had just entered World Championship in 2018 that was held in Seoul, South Korea. And also, they finished up being quarterfinalists. Ang roster nila dito si Scout. Let me check. And also, EDG was placed first in group stage. Play-ins muna sila bago sila nakapasok ng group stage, facing off against KT. And then, in the quarterfinals, EDG fight against Fnatic once again, but they lost against them in 3-1. Yan. Tignan ko lang yung roster, kasi alam ko may papakita yung roster dito eh. Mamaya ko rin i-discuss yung new to league para aware din lahat. EDG here. Ang roster nila dito is Ray, Haro, Clearlove, Scout, Boy, Meiko, and their coach is Nofe. Sa Clear, sabihin na natin, pasapyaw lang na fact. I don't remember what unang team ni Ray. EDG. So, basically, EDG talaga siya. Then, lumipat siya ng NA. Then, bumalik siya ulit ng EDG. Then, lumipat din siya ng KT. And he played Rainbow 7. And 1907. Oh. Okay. That's nice. Haro was only a rookie on this particular time of period. Yan, hindi na siya masikat. Hindi na matunog ang pangalan ni Haro ngayon dahil nasa Rogue Warrior siya eh. Scout, however, simula 2016 hanggang ngayon, Scout really tried his best to stay in EDG dahil siya ngayon na naging star player nila after Clear Love. Ay boy! Basically, minsan, naalala ko ng panahon na itong 2018 si iBoy dito inaccuse ba naman na bata? Kasi ang pandak ni iBoy, he's not really tall. Super, parang kasing tangkad niya si Showmaker. And also, Meiko, yan he is the support player ng China na sinusuportahan ko lagi. Like, I mean to say, siya yung naging role model ko sa support dati. Yes. Wait lang. Let's check 2019. Well, I don't know about 2019 because wala ako nitong taon na to I didn't participate Worlds 2019 so I don't know what happened in this era. Oh, so walang EDG. Oh, 2019 na 2020 sila wala. So, balik comeback pala ng EDG ngayong taon. Tama ba ako? O, tama. O, tama. Tama ko, okay. So, bale, EDG, they just got their revenge from 2 years being hindi nakapasok. Yes. That's right. Next, of course, we are going to discuss the current players. So, I'm going to give... anyway, ito yung trivia. EDG is the team that has most games won, highest winning rate in LPL as of April 2017. Won the best team title in Chinese LOL of the Year Awards 2015 and Chinese LOL of the Year Awards in 2016. Nominated as best team in China LOL Awards 2014 and 2017. Meron kasing separate na all-stars ang China. So, LPL had their own awards. Then also, meron din silang sariling all-stars. EDG is the only team that won a World Championship while playing all 3 full best-of-5 series of the knockout stage. O talaga? Wait, knockouts ba EDG? Alam mo, hindi Ay, oo nga pala, yung sa sa 2018, nga pala, nag-ano muna sila? Knockout stage 1 na, the play-ins. Or itong trivia nyo to is yesterday. Kasi nakapag-full din silang 3-2 Anyway, let's go for discussing the roster. Shall we? Yeah, I'm gonna introduce you to the boys. EDG. The active players of EDG. Flandre. Lin Xuanjun, Li Wanjun, I think. I don't know how to read in Chinese, I'm sorry. Pero, etong si Flandre, he also began on LNG. Kasama niya si Icon. Jeje. Zaolije. Yan, magaling. Rookie jungler. Kasi, he was a loyal player for EDG. Okay. Naka-microphone naman siguro ako, no? Oo, naka-microphone ka nga, Sai. Very good. Kasi, baka habang nagsasalita ako, yung pala muted pala ako. Anyway, next, Scout. Lia Chan. Of course, ito ang fact kay Scout. Dating mid laner, or dating substitute mid laner for SK Telecom T1. And after that, only SKT lang ang kanyang pinasukan na team. He was already being announced as rookie or as a trainee since 2015 ng SKT, and he was already seen sa pictures nila Marin, nila Faker, sa mga updates ng social media ng SK Telecom. Viper, Park Doyon. Viper was a known member of Griffin. He, alongside of Lens, Tarzan, Chovy, Sword, Doran. They've been in Griffin since 2017. But naabutan namin sila 2018. Where they were defeated by KT Rollsters on summer split 2018. Miko, of course, Miko was the youngest player in EDG before. The facts of Miko alam ko is she was the youngest player noon sa sa EDG. Hindi ko na i-discuss muna yung history ng bawat players. Pasapyaw na lang muna tayo kasi ang susunod is DK. Hindi ko rin i-discuss ng buo. At ngayon siya ang captain at mention caller ngayon for Edward Gaming. Wow. And the first player who had 5,000 assists. That's Meiko. Next. Xiao Xiang. Huang Xiang. Yeah. He is also rookie from EDG. So, ibig sabihin, trainee siya ng EDG. Uy, kasing edad ko itong si Xiao Xiang, ah. Next. Clear Love. Mingkai. Kaimin. Of course, Clear Love, pinaka-famous na ginawa lang nito is very simple. Nag-retire, naging coach, nag-retire ulit. Bumalik as a player. Yan ang ginawang milagro ni Clear Love. And for Clear Love, kilalang kilala siya bilang sa 7. His former name is with the 7. Clear Love 7. That's what I know. Junjia. Yu Chunsha. Taiwanese player. And he's a former player of Super Esports. So, member din siya ng EDG afterwards. Ooh. And Hope, of course, Hope is one of my known players since 2018. I've heard his name. 2018 pa lang nandyan na to Yes, he's here, 2018. 2017 hanggang 2019, yeah. Then, nag-academy na lang siya. Of course, former players, andito. Gory was also been here in this team. Pero hindi siya masyadong ginamit due to scout. Yes, and also Zed. Cry ng Rocks Tigers. Ayan. Their records. Nag-IMA nga rin pala si Amazing J. Sila ni Athena. They've been in Athena and Amazing J were been in IMA on 2016. Yes. Their organization, Edshu, the founder. Aaron, the managing director. Hibari, the manager. Jasper, the leader. Supervisor is Kenzu. Mauka is the head coach. And the coach is Korge. Siyempre, si Clear Love, former coach yan. Former head coach yun, pero bumalik ulit as jungler. And also, Reapered, Rapid Star, and Nofe with Heart. They became also coaches of EDG. So, without further ado, EDG's records. They just recently won Worlds 2021. And I want to congratulate him so much. Congratulations, Meiko. And now we'll proceed to Damwon Kia. So, welcome everybody to Damwon Kia. Damwon Kia. Or formerly known as Damwon Kia. Damwon Kia tuloy. Damwon Gaming. Yeah, it's formerly known as Damwon Gaming. Na yan, Damwon Gaming. Yan. Previously known as Damwon Gaming. On 28th, May 17, Damwon signed the roster of Mirage Gaming, who was qualified for the Challengers scene. So, matagal na pala tong team na to, and it's 2017. I see. 2017 season. The roster with Parang, Crush, TRY, Beryl, and Hoyt was kept together going to summer split. and had a good start where they won their 5 series before dropping the 2 other top teams, CJ, Entos, and Kongdu. During the week off, they signed another mid laner, Kun, but after seemingly recovering from a third loss in a row with 2 victories, they lost all of their remaining series and finished the split in 5th with even record of 7-7 outside of playoff position. Damwon went into 2017 LoL Caspa Cup with a renewed roster after their mid laners left. They signed Nuguri and Alive, who had a tough split with iGaming Star as well as rookie Showmaker. They found themselves directly in the starting roster as the team managed to beat Kongdu for the first time in the round but was knocked out without a chance by LCK team Jinair. So ito yung parang sabihin na natin, ito kasi yung Kespa Cup eh. Hindi ko masyadong finokus ang Kespa Cup nun, pero 2018 ko nakalala tong mga to. Going into 2018 season, Beryl moved to support and shared the support position with Hoyt. In spring split, Damwon had another good first half of split where they only fell to the other top team, Griffin, and brought in jungler Punch, who was dropped by Kongdu in off-season, and experienced AD carries Veritas, who was a free agent, as well as after CJ disbanded. In the second half, they lost the rematch against Griffin, as well as the series against Ever 8 winners, but went into playoffs with a 4-match win streak as the favorite, as Griffin was already qualified for the promotional tournament. Yeah, may promotional tournament kasi ang LCK na 2 teams ang papasok at 2 teams ang malalagak sa main tournament. Yes. They met Ever 8 with the winners in semifinals and were upset by them again. In mid-season, Crush Veritas Alive left the team while Nuclear was signed AD carry replacement and a new coach was brought in. This time, Damwon were dominating team in the league and finished the spring split with 13-1 record in first place, which meant qualification for the promotion tournament. Before spring promotion, Ganyan was signed as a new jungler but did not play yet. Damwon won round 1 against BBQ Olivers, slow but convincingly 2-0 before winning the first qualifying round against Team Battle Comics in dominating fashion. 3-1 fashion. Team Battle Comics is the former name of Team Sandbox. And Live Sandbox, yes. At 2018 LoL Kespa Cup, Canyon made his debut as round 1 victory against challenger team Brian Blade. This is the Brian Freddy. Before playing all 3 games in 2-1 victory against amateur team Soul. In round 2, after success, Griffin had a split before Damwon gained some attention by beating newly formed super roster of SK Telecom T1 in quarterfinals 2-1 but were absolutely destroyed by Griffin in semifinals. Yes. So ito ang history ng DK. 2019 season, this is where the year where I lost myself. Damwon tested the roster after qualifying before LCK and showing up Kespa Cup only signed AD carry sub Ares, which is Prince, during this off-season. After somewhat surprising beating both KT roster and Genji in week 1, Damwon lost their next 4 series. They were against the teams that were on the top 4 positions after 3 weeks and they recovered well. It would win 6 wins in a row, during which they pick up legendary top laner Flame, former member of CJ Entos Blaze. After losing against 3 of those 4 again, they were finished a consistent spring split in 5th place with a 11-7 record. In the playoffs, they went as complete underdog as they had lost 7-8 series against other participants. After surprisingly beating Sandbox Gaming, which is a Team Battle Comics, in the wildcard round, they got very quickly clean swept by Kingzone Dragon X, which is DRX. In summer split, Damwon was a bad start, losing both matches in week 1, but went on a tear after which they won all matches until Rift Rivals. So, the story goes by short. Sabihin na lang natin na nakapasok sila ng season World Championship as third seed. Kasi alam ko ang second seed is Griffin at first seed yata is SKT. Kasi hindi ko maalala talaga yung 2019. Or hindi ko talaga maaalala to dahil wala ako nito. After nito, during the off-season, Coach Kim left the team while contracts of Flame Showmaker Canyon were renewed. Zappa was signed as new coach. Ito na yung 2020 kung saan nasira na lahat, which is pumasok si Disney. So, 2020 season. Despite keeping of their roster in 2019, Longcast Pack was disappointing as they were clean swept by quarterfinals by the new young roster of DRX. Kasi nandiyan na si Durant, Yoshi, Keria, Chobi, and then si Def. Not less, the start of LCK split went unexpected with 2 wins and 2 losses against top teams, but after that, Damwon did not manage to show constant performances during the first half of split and found themselves as 4-5 barely a playoffs position. Following a break due to 2019-2020 corona pandemic and a switch to online play, they lost another 2 series against an informed KT roster and Genji. After they already had to move Zebat into interim head coach earlier in the split because owner and head coach Micro left, and now match Beryl with new signing Ghost in bot lane, which led to their first successful run in split with 4 clean 2-0 victories, include beating T1 convincingly. Despite of the upset by Griffin in week 8, they secured the last playoff spot as neither they nor Africa managed to beat DRX in wildcard match. They kept the upper hand in a close match against KT to DRX in round 1. After getting destroyed in the first 2 games, they fought back with convincing game 3 for securing a decider game with the backdoor in game 4. In game 5, they got dominate once again, through which meant the end of their split. T1 ang dapat meron sanang MSI, pero nawala due to pandemic, and that have a mid-season cup MSC. So, dito ako bumalik. So, basically, sabihin na lang natin, ang DK, lalo sila last year, and tinalo nilang Suning, and they won the first World Championship with the roster of Nuguri, Canyon, Showmaker, Ghost, and Beryl. What their coaches before, it's Zepha and Danny. And yesterday, they lost. Hindi nila nabigyan ng finals World Championship si Kan, but it's okay. Sadly, Kan will retiring this year and he will enter military service. So, with that result, discussing these 2 teams, these 2 really deserves to be on World Finals talaga. So, but also throughout of the years, EDG really improved a lot, while DK needs to be working up their chemistry pa kasi kulang. No one, number 1, the owner, the CEO, BDP, Vice President, COO, Koma is the head coach, Pumando is the coach, Aras was another coach, Analyst si Dini, Nuclear and Sarang is streamers. Yes. So, I think yun lang yata ang ating madidiscuss for today. Mukhang maikli ang ating stream. I guess I got the 1 hour. But, I don't know if it's okay to cut this off muna with a break. I mean, not a break. With these 2 teams, it's really hard to it's really hard to predict sino maging mananalo next year. With this result, EDG just won against the Monkey with the 3-1. Not 3-1, 3-2 match yesterday. At since kaka-fresh lang, kakatapos lang ng match, pasapyaw lang ito. And with that, I guess I will cut this stream really early. And I hope you guys enjoy listening this historical moment. I know this is just episode 1, so I'll be back on Sunday. Scuttle Talks will be back on Sunday. And seems like within this week, magli-League of Legends ako. Panay ako magli-League. So, with further of that, again, I am Shai. Ako ang Shai ng Pinas. And this is the first episode of the SCUTTLE Talks. I hope you guys enjoy. And I'm not gonna rate someone kasi it's really, basta may something kaya hindi ako mag-raid. So, I'm gonna end this stream very early. And I hope you guys enjoyed everything. So, 감사합니다. See you on next Sunday, discussing who's who, what, and I hope mahaba yung magiging discussion natin sa Sunday. So, 감사합니다. See you soon.
Standing on the edge of this big love, I'm not looking down, baby, I'm ready to jump. I never believed love could set me free. You break down the walls I build around me. It's a strange magic every time we touch. Standing on the edge of this big love, I'm not looking down, baby, I'm ready to jump. Baby, I'm ready to jump. I never believed love could set me free. You break down the walls I build around me. It's a strange magic every time we touch. Yeah, I'm falling to you. I'll keep falling. I'll keep falling to you. You are my greatest weakness. You are my greatest. You are my greatest weakness. You are my greatest. My great